it's Akina. So I thought I would do another video relating to my last video about the Band 7 interview, but this one was going to include the answers. So I basically had some feedback from a model matron who was interviewing me, and she was lovely really. She was really kind and she gave me some feedback about each question. So the first question that I normally ask you is about your experience. Whatever you do, do not mention anything about service improvement. Talk about revalidation, your experiences and what you've reflected on and how you've grown as a person. You can talk about leadership skills, communication skills, and then leave it at that. And then the next question is, they ask you what the difference is between a deputy ward manager and a ward manager. So I didn't really have much to say because I haven't really experienced many managerial tasks, but ward manager interviews, Band 6s can interview as well, but the ward manager is more familiar with the HR policy, annual leave policy, sickness policy, and they're more familiar with how to retain staff, how to find staff a line of work, especially if your ward is always short staffed. They're responsible for the building, the safety of the ward, so that's them really. So, and the next question is, what's the difference between a ward manager and the model matron? The only physical difference I could see is that they both have their own office. So when it came to that question, it was just a guess. I said, no, the model matron holds the budget and the ward manager is given direction of how to spend it. During my feedback, the budget wasn't even mentioned, so I don't think that was the right answer. Yeah, but obviously, during interviews, do you know what? Just try and answer all the questions as I did, because you can only get it wrong. So, and so the actual difference between a ward manager and a model matron. When model matron, she looks at like the aims is a presentation service. So basically, it's like it regulates services to do with healthcare and make sure that actually patients are involved in their care and patients' rights are respected, no matter if they're informal or unsectioned. So CQC, Care Quality Commission, that also is a regulating body for health and social care services. So the model matron ensures that these recommendations from these governing bodies are actually followed and passed on to the frontline staff. So that's the difference. The ward manager, he manages safety. He just makes sure that the ward is still standing, and she actually says, well, actually, this is our standards. And one of the things that ward managers do, that matrons don't really do, is supervision. So ward managers will supervise all the Band 6s and so forth, and if there's a concern, he will escalate it to the model matron. You will be definitely asked about service improvement. Do mention PDSA. PDSA is actually a service improvement model that is used by the NHS. It's called Plan, Do, Study, Act. If you don't mention PDSA, they're going to think, well, this is not a person who knows about service improvement. So, yeah, don't forget it, PDSA. And another thing they will ask about is, what would you do if people were not getting their supervision, basically? How would you motivate your staff and ensure they get supervision? I spoke about time management. During my supervision, this wasn't really highlighted on really. They just said, I need to read up on the policy more, so maybe I didn't really answer it properly. And the last one is managing conflict. There's definitely going to be conflict in a high pressured environment. So reading up about that, even if you haven't got, live examples or live experience, which I'm sure everyone has. Yeah, so these are all the tips, guys. These are all the answers. So let me know, comment below if you want any more. It was a stressful interview. There was 3 on my panel, and I knew all of them on a professional level. And yeah, so good luck if you have an interview. And if you want to know more tips, comment below. And see ya.